Hello and welcome to our wrestling perspective. If you like what you see, give it a big like. If you dislike what you see, give it a thumbs down. But if you like the bar, give it to the side. Just kidding. And in the famous words of Coke, sub it. In this video we'll be doing the review on the first ever NXT UK takeover in Blackpool, England, in the Blackpool Ballroom. I'm pretty sure that's the name. This is the biggest historic thing for NXT UK. It's the first takeover, and always the first takeovers are really special, and I just loved seeing it. Let's kick it under the way. Let's start the review. So I'll kick off the NXT UK takeover England Blackpool. It was the crowning of the NXT Tag Team Championships. We saw the team in Grizzled Young Vets, their old name, but Zach Gibson and James Drake up against Mustache Mountain, British Strong Style, Tyler Bate, the Big Strong Boy, and Trent Seven. This match was fantastic. What a way to kick it off. And having Mustache Mountain take the L to a team like James Drake and Zach Gibson adds that more prestige and adds that more hungry, fierce tag team division that NXT UK needed in the first place, and not having the favourites just overcome and destroy. Also with this match, I enjoyed seeing the reunion of Grizzled Young Vets through the whole tournament. I didn't even think that Zach Gibson and James Drake were going to win it from the first go. Honestly, I thought a lot of other people had it in the bag. I even honestly thought the Mustache Mountain would have taken it. But then the way that the whole match panned out, even though it was great back and forth, great technical match even, I'm happy that James Drake and Zach Gibson are the new NXT UK Tag Team Champions, and I'll be happy to see what comes out of the future with them. Whether they feud with Gallus or whether they go back to Mustache Mountain. In the second match, we were meant to see Travis Banks up against the Irish ace Jordan Devlin, but it revealed earlier on in the night we saw Jordan Devlin attack Travis Banks backstage. So after this whole commotion, even Travis Banks trying to come back into the match to insert himself, his knees gave way, his whole body just gave way. Knowing this, Johnny Saint and Sid Scala, I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name right. Anyway, the authority figures of NXT UK came out and said, we probably knew that you were going to do this, Jordan Devlin, because you call yourself the Irish Ace, and you probably wanted to be in the place and get in front of everyone's face. See, I tried to make it rhyme, it's probably cringy. Anyway, they organised another opponent for him while everyone was going quiet. Straight away, I thought in my head, because of the whole press conference they had before, it could have been Finn Balor. And none other it was than Finn Balor, the leader of the Balor Club. It was good seeing this match just sheerly based that Jordan Devlin was actually trained by Prince Devitt / Finn Balor. So we saw this awesome match take place. A lot of things were similar. Jordan Devlin actually held his own for the majority of the match, really grabbing that heel heat, but I really wanted them to try one spot when they were up against close to each other. They still look the same. They should have done the whole mirror spot. It's good to see Finn Balor there, but hopefully he stays on the main roster, which we all know is going to happen, but just hopefully they don't just shift him down there to just dominate, which would be good, but it's not bad. But in this match we saw two monsters collide. They were feuding through the whole NXT UK episodes, just building them both up. You have Dave Mastiff, the Bomber. Love his new gimmick. Love it all. And he's still wearing the Vader gear. That's good. I like that whole throwback. When Dave Mastiff came out to the ring, we just saw the whole camera shake when he dropped the leg. That was fantastic. I love that whole camera shake when he comes into the ring, even though it's pretty like, yeah, because you're fat. No, just kidding. Whole match was just heavy hitting, and having two monsters that have had squash matches on the past with NXT UK, the normal episodes, why not? And having Eddie Dennis lose, it didn't really hurt him because he held his own. He did a lot of dead power lifts to Dave Mastiff. So it was basically when two worlds collide, it will be fantastic to see these two collide in the future. If there was to be an NXT mid-card belt, Eddie Dennis, he's got great height, great look. It was just a fantastic match. I liked it personally. It hasn't been a letdown ever since that. It was third match, it's still been strong. It's all been going good. For the semi-main event, we saw the NXT UK Women's Champion in Rhea Ripley defend her belt up against Toni Storm. Yes, this was a rematch, and yes, it was still good. To see the return of Toni Storm after the whole social media thing happened, the whole leaks happened, so a lot of people stood up for her, putting hashtag we support Toni. But Toni Storm picking up that win, picking up that pop, and not only that, they are both Australian. It's good for Australian people to watch as well, because Australian wrestling fans are going strong, and Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm, it's fantastic. I'd love to see another rematch out of it. Rhea Ripley's song is fantastic. Everything was immaculate in that match. I liked it a lot. Last but not least, the main event of NXT UK, TAKEOVER Blackpool, England, in the Blackpool Ballroom. We saw Pete Dunne defend his NXT UK Championship up against 1/3 of Gallus, Joe Coffey. What a hard-hitting match. At one point I thought Joe Coffey was actually going to get an upper hand at a quick second. For 1 second in my mind I thought Joe Coffey had it. But then Pete Dunne, I remembered he's a 600 and something day reign, probably 605, and then he went to 606 straight after. Day reign of a champion. There's a reason why the Bruiserweight is a champion, and there's a reason why the Bruiserweight retained. And I have a feeling, if booked right, he's not boring at all. He could take over Sad Martino's reign, which would be very good. The overall for NXT UK TAKEOVER Blackpool, England. I'd love to see more NXT UK takeovers, and I would always like to see like a Survivor Series one. NXT UK versus NXT. TakeOver Supremacy. Come on, can't you see that? That would be the freaking amazing matches that are going on. Having Travis Banks even go to the other NXT, doing some drafts would even be so good. But that's for the future. NXT UK, loving it as it is. Why not be a supporter of NXT UK? Fresh wrestlers straight out of the UK, straight out of Australia as well. Love it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a share, sub it, cousin.